program on mentorship session for innovators, organized by the Department of Electronic and Communication, St. Joseph Institute of Technology, Chennai, in association with the Institution Innovation Council. Our respect and gratitude to our chairman, Dr. B. Babu Manoharan sir, our managing director, ma'am, Mrs. B. J. Priya, director, sir, Mr. B. Sashi Shegar, our respected principal, Dr. P. Ravichandran sir, who have always been a great source of inspiration for us in conduction of the program. On this pleasant day, we would like to cordially invite Mrs. Raina Catherine Tanton, CEO Right to Rise and RKT Foundation, Post-Park Show Specialist and Human Rights, and Mr. Rahul Raj, Founder and President International Trainer, Federation and Managing Trustee, Youth Empowerment Trust as our honorable speakers. We would like to thank you, ma'am and sir, for accepting our invitation and joining us to share your skills and experience. We are extremely delighted and grateful to you for having accepted our invitation in such short notice. We welcome you, ma'am and sir. It is our pleasure to welcome the HODs of ECE Department, Dr. C. Jnana Kausalya ma'am and Dr. G. Rohini ma'am, who are consistent support to us. We welcome you, ma'am. Last but not the least, I welcome the pride of nature, the powerful innovators gathered here for the session. It gives us immense joy to welcome you all to make this event a grand success. We welcome you all. Now, I request Ms. Anjana from ECEA to take the honor of introducing the orator.
Thank you, Denisha. It gives me immense pleasure to give the citation of the speakers today. Ms. Raina Khatri Tandon is the founder of Right to Rise, India's first and only ISO certified POSH organization into a training, compliance and auditing. She is a breakthrough coach, certified POSH compliance expert and training on many B2B organizations and trust, and also an external member to many companies in Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad and Chennai. Also, she has been the TEDx speaker at Gateway Twice and speaker at international various global conferences for women in leadership, gender equality, NLP, NBC relationship expert, change strategist, a mindfulness expert, international mentor, keynote speaker, women empowerment entrepreneur, author, brand ambassadors, and evangelist with some brands. By profession, she is MS IT in VLSI Chip Engineer UK and advocate in Mumbai and certified human rights social activist and POSH enabler, Harvard US and IGNOU CHR. Ms. Raina is also a brand evangelist with Cox and Kings, Fuji Electric Japanese company, Thrive Global Mentoring India and Global Goodwill, Global Women Economic Forum WEF and All Ladies League, all chapter head for women. Mrs. Raina has won many awards, to mention a few: United Nations REX Global Young Fellowship Award 2019 to 2020, Nobel Asian Award winner 2018, Global Dignitary Award 2018, Young EY Entrepreneur Award 2018, Hatakshar Influential Inspiring Women Leader Award 2018, Aesthetics National Women Progressive Awards 2018, Nari Shakti Award winner, World Women's Summit 2020 Global Ambassador for Sustainable SDG 5 UN Goals for Gender Equality, Inclusiveness and UN Chartered Human Rights. We welcome you, ma'am. Now, for the citation of the second session speaker, Mr. Rahul Raj Masi is the foundation and president of International Trainers Federation and managing trustee, Youth Empowerment Trust. He is also the founder of Global Startups and he has been the entrepreneur over 3 decades. He is the founding director of Trans Universal Certifications and currently the member of Education Training and Research Committee at IOV Registered Valuers Foundation, Noida. He, to his humble credit, has more than 4 different format training of trainers programs and has taught over 5,000 government ITI, Polytechnic and Engineering College faculty on TTT for quality tools and techniques. He has led numerous cluster development initiatives with National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, National Center for Quality Mumbai, National Center for Design and Product Development. We welcome you, ma'am and sir.
Denisha, you are muted.
Thank you, Anjana. Before moving on to the session, few instructions to the participants. Requesting the students to be in mute throughout the session. Kindly type the queries in the chat box, which will be answered at the end of the session. The feedback link will be posted in the chat box at the end of the session and requesting all the participants to fill it for e-certificate. I now invite our speaker to kindly begin the session.
Thank you, Denisha. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to each one of you. Supriya ma'am, Ravi Chandran sir, C. Gyana Kaushalya ma'am, St. Joseph Institute of Engineering and Sciences, and each one of you. My gratitude also to Mr. Rahul Raj, who's not only our mentor, but also a very great personality and individual who has mentored great legendary organizations across not only India, but also the globe, and mentoring a lot of startups and innovation cells, student development cells at the government level. So it's a privilege for me that today I share a stage with him on this platform. Thank you, Anjana Krishnan, for introducing both of us, and a very, very warm gratitude to each one of you who are present here. I can see that we have a grateful participation of 78 to 80 people here today. And I'm really privileged that all of you were able to take out time, energy, and also on a Saturday being here with each one of us. So first, thank you very much for all of you to be here and to participate. Now, going ahead with the topic which has been very close to our heart, entrepreneurship. I think each one of you today are standing in the same pedestal that I was few years ago. Maybe 15, 20 years ago. Yes, because I carry an experience of about 23 years today. But I was just like you, a student of ECE. And you'll be very happy to know that I am a pass out of SRM Ishwari Engineering College from Chennai. So just like St. Joseph's, I think I also have the credentials of an ECE student. Just like you, stepping up to see what can be the next steps to explore. And with the topic being so very relevant, whether mentorship is important, how do we progress ahead on this entrepreneurship journey, and what can we do more? How can we explore? And now we have one more opportunity in the challenge, that is pandemic. What can we do at the moment to equip ourselves to grow in future? So without any delay, I will be sharing, I will share the screen. Let me know if you can actually see the screen. Okay, I think you still can't see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see, I'll try once more.
This that present now button, just click that, ma'am.
Yeah, I know I'm presenting on present window and then the entire screen, but it says you must grant. So I'm assuming that it's allowing me or expecting me to grant permission, which is,
I think it's something like that. You need to give
yeah,
permission.
I'm able to do it. Don't worry. Yeah, I think you should be able to see now. Yep.
Yes. Start.
And if you're not able to see the screen when I switch the screen, then let me know. So yes, I am Mrs. Rena Khatri Tanu. Today, welcoming you into this field of entrepreneurship and why mentorship is important today. When we are in school and college, I think there are many skills or many keys that we need to develop over a period of time. And today, important skills that you need to develop is how to be a leader, how you should be able to approach the different situations by looking at the various angles and challenges that we are going through. Okay, you are in this position where you don't know what could be the skills, the competencies, the knowledge that you need to acquire. And specifically today in pandemic, challenges are even more, where you need to equip yourself not only in abilities but also in technology, because we are always online. How do we meet people? How do we go and explore ideas? What are the skills I need to develop? And why do I specifically need to be mentored, right? So what qualities does this person need to know when he's at this position? Today, World Bank sees a great growth, and the growth is even gone down because we are in pandemic. We see that everything gets shut off or shut down with the major wave that we are looking at. But loss of jobs, loss of opportunities, loss of available ways that we were looking at even before, the different opportunities either growing in terms of maybe a lawyer, maybe an advocate, maybe a doctor, maybe an engineer, maybe even as a philanthropist, as a person working into the various other industries like an aeronautical engineer or but the entire wave has actually changed us into going online. So now you will see things like robotics, like AI, like entrepreneurship, like mindset change, working towards the different ways that you can be online. So do you want to sit down and wait there? Do you want to be somebody who would want to compromise, or do you want to take an opportunity out of this challenge and make it a win situation for you? Yes, you are in Chennai now, or Coimbatore, or south part of India, and you look at exploring the world. But what can you do sitting at home now, which can allow you to reach out to all the different people across? Certain opportunities your college gives you in, but what could be the certain opportunities that you still have in your hands but you fail to explore? For example, you are always accessible to a laptop, you're accessible to people around you, you're accessible to social media, you're accessible to technology, you're accessible to different kind of innovations that are coming in. And what are people doing? You reading through either the newspapers or the media or the social media. Okay, now what could be the battle? The battle is not with the world, the battle is with you. The battle is with you to understand that there are certain old ways or old norms that we have been sticking on. We have to break those battles and move on. So are you going to be a person hanging on, or are you going to be a person of letting go? No, yes, today I need to step into the shoe of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur's journey is always wanting to learn, learn, unlearn, relearn. We always say these three words, right? When we are learning, we will unlearn, we will relearn, we will again go back to learning in different areas to see what is right, what is wrong, what we shouldn't do. That's a growing mindset person in an entrepreneur. If you're at a 9 to 5 job, yes, you will constantly keep looking at things which are around you, and you will do as per se of the role and responsibilities or things that have been told to you. But when you're an entrepreneur, you don't look at things all the time to be guided at. You are the person who's looked as a leader. Okay. So what could you do now? Now that we are in pandemic, there are certain skills that you need to know. But before that, let's see what are these skills? What are the capabilities that we see in our leader? Do you know who this person is? Any guesses? You can unmute and say, because I won't be able to see your chat box for now. But if somebody can read from the chat box, that also would help. If you can't unmute, you can put on the chat box and maybe one of the students can read it out for me. Who is this man?
Ma'am, the slide is not next slide. We need to select slide.
Oh,
No, ma'am.
I have been changing slides, so I didn't know that you're not able to see the slide. Okay,
Okay.
that's interesting. Thank you for telling me that now. Let
My
me just see
pleasure.
if I can show you that slide again.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
not able to see absolutely any change of slide, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was actually at this slide, but
Okay.
can you see now?
Yes, ma'am. Now,
Okay. Who is this person? Any idea? Come on. You can make more guesses. Come on, come on. I know that you guys are real awesome students. You guys are real intellectuals. I have some lovely stars at St. Joseph's. Come on, guys. You know him? Yes, no, don't know. Put some answers there. Do you have any answers on the chat? Can somebody read it out for me?
students kindly answer or put it on the chat.
I think it's open to all. So even the teachers and the principals and the dignitaries can also give it a go. Okay. You know who this is now? Now, can you recollect who is the person?
The slides are not moving, Rana.
Okay. So I think, let me do it again. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Do you know who this person is? Yes. I'm sure all of you know, right? That's Mr. Sachin Tendulkar and his coach and his mentor. Okay. Can you see the next slide now?
Yes,
You
ma'am. Yes, yes.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Who can you see? Who can you see? Describe the person so I know that you can see the slide.
Are you showing this slide that says what qualities drove this person?
Yeah.
Ma'am. Yes.
So who is this person? Any idea? Yeah, he seems like a minister, like a king. Now, do you know who's he? Right. That's Chandragupta Maurya. Yes. And that's Chanakya. Right. So we kind of know the student, but we don't know that they did have a mentor, or they did have a guru, or they did have what you called a coach even that time. If you are starting a journey, whether you're into a 9 to 5 job, or whether you're into a skill development, or whether you're into a journey that you want to become an entrepreneur or a leader, you will always need a mentor who will drive you to all your capabilities that you're looking at. Of course, there will be certain things that you would need to look into your mentor, and your mentor looks at you, because they always say that when the student is ready, the master is ready. And the master chooses the student as much as the student chooses the master, right? So, unlocking your maximum potential can be found by your guru or your mentor. Even if you don't know what are your skills and what is your knowledge, you will be knowing that through your mentor. So I suggest that there are certain things that you should know when you develop your leadership qualities, and your great coach or your great mentorship, which the journey that you're going to go through, will ask you to have certain commitments of these qualities. Have a look at them. Are they looking like those qualities that you would want to impart into yourself someday, even if you don't have it now? Right? Are you able to see the quality slide? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So ideally, I'm happy that you're able to see the slides. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Fine.
ma'am.
So these are some of the qualities. I'm not saying all of them, but you always look at these qualities when you are leading. Today, you're on the student pedestal. You are on this pathway where a lot of students come back to me and say, ma'am, we want to do internship. So Right to Rise has also been running an internship academy where students are welcome to come and equip not only their skills but also implement the competencies that they have. If you have a good skill, if you have the urge to learn, if you want to be somebody who's out there not only learning but implementing whatever you learn, then we welcome those students who can come and learn the qualities of being supportive, to be team spirit, to lead by example, to become a true leader, to practice gender sensitization, because even being gender sensitive, an empathetic leader, a leader who can listen, a leader who can keep on learning and help other people to also challenge themselves and learn. Commitment, focused on a goal, be patient, influencer. These are words that are always coming onto your mind. No, I want to be an accountable person, an influencing person. I want to be a person who can stand up on the stage and be a public speaker. I want to be a person who can be a good listener, because I want to become maybe a psychologist or a doctor or anybody who's now treating every person who's around us. We have patient people today, and that is why we are able to sail smoothly through pandemic, right? Otherwise, you will never have people who can support us even during this time. But why India is progressing little by little is because we've had people who are supportive, honest, patient, who are good listeners, who are trustworthy, who are practicing being a part of an ecosystem to raise everybody's energy and help them out of this pandemic, right? Now, why do you need a mentor? I still have that question in my mind. That's what you guys will be thinking. If you really want to create your dreams and you don't know where to go, you know that you want to fulfill that dream, what would you do? You would ask a friend, you would ask a family, you would look up the social media, you will start enacting, mirroring somebody that you know. But if this somebody that you know helps you in your journey to move ahead, won't that entrepreneurship journey of you becoming a successful person be much more aligned, focused, and it will also help you go in the right direction? So if you want to create that life of your dreams, that life of fulfillment, that life of satisfaction, and use your energies in the right direction, then you probably need a mentor. Because today you're standing at this one stage where you want to create your destiny. You're standing at this one stage where you want to be an entrepreneur, but the direction is not clear. So this is one of you. Either you're on step 1 or step 2, or some of them have understanding what they want to become, or some of them don't know whether I want to be a 9 to 5 person or an entrepreneur or a mentor or somebody into technology or a creative head or what. So all of us are at different steps in our life, at different stages. Who is that I want to be programmed into? Where do I want to be? Today I am here. Where do I look at being? So if you want to create your destiny, my friends, create your best ever destiny today. Take your steps today to be with the right person, to be with the right leader. Come up to that leader and say, yes, ma'am, I would like to learn from you. Yes, sir, I would like you to mentor me because I see my dreams getting fulfilled. So if you're ready, then guess what? All you need to do is get to the right place at the right choice. Right choice, right place, right time will get you to the right person, and you will be that people's person that everybody loves because you will be directing to your dreams in the right way with the right tribe, right community. Okay, this is all that you need to do, right? Now, before I go ahead, I want to stop sharing and ask you, so far as I am telling you, do you feel that you are resonating with this? Do you feel that you are on this? Just give me a yes on the chat so I know that you are with me. Okay, just give me a yes, 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 or you can put up your hand and say, yes, I am with you. Okay, are you with me? I can see 1 or 2 yeses. Yes, yes. Yes, okay. I saw Dhanashri, Shweta, yes, EC ma'am, Mohammed, Shravik. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. So I can move ahead now. Now I know that you are with me and I'm just not alone in this journey. You are resonating with me. Now there are 3 important keys and I'm not going to show you that. Do you want to really know about them? Do you want to know those 3 keys? Yes or no? Yes. I can see all of you saying yes. Those 3 keys are very important. That's going to help you grow. That's also going to help you analyze where you are and what you're going to become. And today in pandemic, those 3 keys are very important. You know what are they? Those are the 3 skills that you need to learn. Okay, again, I'm having this problem of sharing the screen. So, okay. One is, I'll just go ahead. When it starts screen sharing, I'll tell you. So the three important keys that you need to focus on, you can write it down. One is, if you want to be a budding entrepreneur, know the direction of the industry change. Today we are in pandemic. Which industries are not working? Which industries are working? Which industry I need to equip myself? If I am a person who is in ECE, I know certain skills. Now, what are the skills that are needed now? What is budding now? Maybe coding, maybe AI, maybe robotics, maybe even people management, even leadership skills, even understanding various elements of mindset, maybe working on my belief systems, maybe understanding which industry is budding. Do I need to start developing some programs? Do I need to start working on content? What is that the industry needs? We are online now. We need to develop new tools, new technology. We need to understand which industry is working now and which industry is going to come in the long run. Post pandemic. I don't know when that post pandemic exists, but this is how our new normal is. Let's assume that and work on. So if this is the new normal, then that doesn't mean that everything is shut. There are places still work going on. I need to find that place. And if I don't know that place, I need to be getting myself into a community, a people's place, a setup that drives me there. For that, I need to first be open to learning. I need to be approachable to say people that this is my dream. I want to fulfill it, but I don't know which is the direction. Where all can I explore? Number one, ask. If you are going to sit in your house and not know the direction, you have to ask. So that's being vulnerable, art of questioning, be open to learning. Three different things that you need to do for direction of industry change. Number one. Second key, development of your technology. Everything is happening on phone, on laptops, on iPads, everything is online. You need to know the different tools. Start learning those technology skills. Start developing those tools. If I don't know how to use Zoom, I have to learn. If I don't know how to use a Kahoot, I have to learn. If I don't know, I have to go and equip myself. So those are little things that you need to work in terms of your development. And third, this technology is there to stay. So you have to prepare yourself mentally and on the outside level for the future. So your self-development is very important as your technology is developing, as your outer knowledge and skills are developing, and your competency is getting equipped for a better future. So yes, this is what is my food for thought for you. It's definitely time to change, and definitely you need a mentor. So mentorship will not only make you mindful, will make you more aware of what are the right and the wrong which is not working, help you to understand the need of today's hour and articulate your success through the market, what is happening today, becoming a market leader, becoming somebody who's successful, looking at leadership in different ways, and discover your genius in you. For that, mentorship is important, my friends. I'm at 3:28. I would like to end with a little story. I'll just see if I can share the slide now for your little story. Else we will continue with this. Are you ready for the story? Before I can hand over to our great mentor, Mr. Rahul, because he has more to give you. Are you ready? Okay, I don't see any yeses. So
Ma'am? It's not there.
Ma'am, Reena ma'am.
Ma'am, we couldn't. Ma'am, 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 we couldn't hear you, ma'am.
Not hear you, ma'am. Reena ma'am. No, ma'am.
Ma'am is getting connected again.
Disconnected. No?
Yes, ma'am.
In the meantime, you can collect any questions if they have. Yes,
Yeah.
Rana is back.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I don't know
ma'am.
what happened to the technology. We can't play around with it. So we'll quickly finish the story so we can hand over the session. There's this king who stayed in his palace and he had his wonderful kingdom. Okay. From his palace, there was this little passage which comes down to the entire kingdom. Always believed that everything he did was for his people. Without people, there is no kingdom. Without people, there is no growth. Without people, there is no fun or no life. This was his mindset. He always wanted his people to grow, but he didn't know how he could do it. One of the days, he came down to his kingdom, and on the way, he just viewed what's happening on the route from his palace to the kingdom. After some time, he picked this big rock stone and kept it right in the middle of the passage, okay, when nobody was watching. And he stood in the corner and was watching what's happening with this stone. People went and came in and went by, came by, soldiers, professionals, artisans, people who are poor, people who are workers, worker level, everybody walked up and down. Everybody viewed that stone, but nobody did anything. One person who came with a donkey, okay, and was carrying all his, maybe his goods, stopped by and said, what is this big stone actually doing right in the middle of this? Let me just lift it and keep it aside. So he picked that big stone and he kept it aside. Immediately, the king called him to the palace and gave him a bag of gold coins. And he said, why are you giving me these gold coins? He said, because you were ready to move the stone. You were the only person who were open to opportunities coming in. You were the only person who wanted to move that big obstacle for everybody so that there can be more space for the others to move. You were the only person who took the opportunity to removing all the challenges in your way and making way for others to grow. You were open to newer needs, newer markets, newer opportunities, and you were thoughtful, just like me, for the others to rise. Opportunity knocks only one time, friends. If you do not make a choice at the right time in the right place of choosing your path of progress, if you are not wired to confirm that today it is pandemic and I will not change myself to develop to technology or not learn a new skill or not take up a mentorship, or what can I do if I don't have a mentor, or I don't track my progress, I just wait for opportunities to come, that's never going to come. Never. Okay, you have to develop your skills or competency, or you have to make a point to develop yourself. So with that, I thank you all for all the time and energy that you have spent with me and given me so much respect and honor listening to all what I had to give you as value today. I'm really grateful for the entire team of St. Joseph Institute, the principal ma'am, the dignitaries, the trustees, Supriya Ravichandran sir, Supriya ma'am, Gyanachand Kaushalya ma'am, St. Joseph Institute, and the wonderful comrades who invited me. Thank you. I will now
Thank you.
Thank you,
welcome
ma'am.
Mr. Rahul to take over the stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your informative session. Mr. Rahul, sir, please, sir, welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the welcome. I thank the entire management team, the professors, and bringing up this show together. Well, in fact, I'm in
You are
a
audible.
hospital, so I cannot be very loud. So I'll keep my voice low, but in case you don't hear me, you can let me know.
Yes.
Thank all of you for giving me an opportunity to be here and share with the wonderful students of St. Joseph's. So students, a big hi from me. My name is Rahul Raj. I've been in the industry for a little over 2 decades. And throughout this period, it has always been into training and quality. For past decade, I have been associated with the National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, which is the apex body of entrepreneurship in India. And every year, we are entrusted with over 500 students of entrepreneurship, and we help them at the various phases of their entrepreneurship. I myself, I'm an entrepreneur. So whatever I share comes from my actual hands-on experience and not from the various books that we read. Because entrepreneurship is not a theoretical subject at all. Entrepreneurship is a way of life. Entrepreneurship is not something that you can learn. Entrepreneurship is something that you experience. So learning something and experiencing something are two very different things. I can learn how to drive, but I can experience the pleasure of driving when I know how to drive. I get the right environment and I'm free to explore my driving onto that environment. It is that experience which is very different from what we learn as driving. Similarly, for entrepreneurship is a way of life. What is entrepreneurship? If I am asked to explain or define it, entrepreneurship is your ability of consciously taking calculated risk as per your risk appetite. Everybody has a limited risk appetite, the amount of risk that we can take. And entrepreneurship is just using this ability on and your limit of risk to the maximum. So it is something like if I can jump from a 10 feet high building, and if I keep jumping from 5 feet, I'll never be satisfied. Entrepreneurship helps you to identify that you can jump from 10 feet, and when you jump, that experience of that thrill, that pleasure of achieving something new, the pleasure of going ahead and experiencing yourself in your totality, that is what is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is not about business. Entrepreneurship is not about profits alone. Entrepreneurship is not about business models alone. Entrepreneurship is a way of life, I repeat. Either you have an entrepreneur's mindset or you don't. Even a housewife can be an entrepreneur. Many times there are housewives which are entrepreneurs, and by that doesn't mean that she has a business. You know, the mothers at our home, they've got limited resources, limited income, limited resources of home, and yet they put the resources to such wonderful use. They ration the things in such a way, they manage the home affairs in such a way that the children of the house and the other members of the house get the maximum benefit. So maximum benefits that is being created out of limited resources is entrepreneurship. So that lady is an entrepreneur. I guess every father is definitely an entrepreneur when it comes to the family. because he's always looking for the growth of the family. He's always looking for the growth and betterment of each and every member. With his limited resources, he's always trying to do more. For that, he takes risks also. So he makes a little investment here and there and creates financial security for everyone. Make sure that he keeps motivating the others. So there's a bit of team management also, and then there's a leadership also. So when we talk of entrepreneurship is a very, very, very natural thing. So those of you who think you need to be trained on entrepreneurship, please wake up. You need to explore it. Second thing that I would like since it's a very short session, so I'll go only on bullet points. Whenever we talk of entrepreneurship, the next beaten up word comes as passion. They say if you're an entrepreneur, you should be passionate about it. You should have passion, and this is all misleading things. If you do not have passion for life, you cannot be an entrepreneur. Forget an entrepreneur, you cannot be a human being. You'll find number of zombies around you. People who are living, doing their stuff, and then days keep passing by and they die off. They are not worth even being termed as human beings. Human being is a person who explores. Is that not how, going by the Darwin's theory, we all evolved? Evolution happened because the species went on for an exploration, new terrains, new areas, new challenges, and then they started slowly growing and changing themselves genetically. If the tortoise would have not come out of or from the trough to the water, he wouldn't have had that amphibian characteristics also. If the crocodile wouldn't have ever ventured out of the water onto the beaches also, then it would have also not had those amphibian characteristics. See the fishes, they remained in the sea, and they never could develop those wonderful attributes. So it is all about your exploration and passion. When we connect passion with exploration, please, I'll give you a personal testimony. I've got a son who is right now in his 10th standard, and right from his 6th standard, he has been after my life that he be coached for cricket. And he's mad about it. He loves it. I'm pretty sure he loves it. Even when we has the mobile, all the games that he plays is about cricket. But I have been on purpose not been encouraging him, and though his school people and his teachers are constantly driving this into his mind that this is your passion, follow your passion. When he looks around the TV, he literally is very annoyed with me that my father is not letting me pursue my passion. I'm not letting that happen for a reason. I'm constantly, in last 4 years, I've been exposing him to the various other games. As I understand, he likes cricket because that is the only primary game that he has ever played. Unless he plays tennis, how can he say that he enjoys cricket more than tennis? Unless he is exposed to the game of golf, till that time, how can he say he loves hockey over golf? So when it comes to passion, you cannot, everybody has got a limited exposure. And whatever we like out of this exposure, if we take it up as our passion, maybe life is very wicked. Life is sweet, life is wonderful, but life is very wicked also. Life tomorrow will present you with something more alluring, something that you truly like. And then you get confused that if my passion was something else, how come I'm not enjoying it anymore? And that is how you'll find mostly the people between 35 to 45 feel about their lives. That this is the thing that I'm doing right now, I'm not getting fulfillment out of it. Though this was a choice for them 20 years back. They became teachers, they became doctors, they became engineers because they wanted to become, at least 70% of them. 30% ended up as choice, as a matter of chance. But the others wanted to be in a particular profession and they have been there. But after some time, they lose the charm about it. They get frustrated because their passion was not defined. So before you declare something, and I'm very sure all of you young boys and girls out there, you will be having some declarations to make about, I'm passionate about helping people, I'm passionate about money, I'm passionate about serving the society and all those things. Hold on, explore more. Explore more. Once you explore more, and pandemic is the best time to explore. Nowhere to go, no malls, no hangout places, no traveling. Put this time for exploring on the net. What are those different opportunities that are there? The more informed you are, better choices you'll be making. About a series of choices, and the better choices you make, better is the quality of your life. So prepare yourself to make those choices first. Now I'll take you to the third bullet point that I wanted to share was about mentorship. Remember, nobody out here is a god.
Sorry? What is-
Take it. I think you have to wait.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
I will
Maybe,
just check. Yeah.
maybe questions related to Reena ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I think you would have lost battery because the phone is saying switched off. Let's wait for 2 minutes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Might have because he was sitting in the hospital away from the thing. So that's why I think yeah, he has left the meeting. See. So ideally the battery would have switched off. We'll need to give him 2 minutes to come back maybe.
Okay.
But if there are any questions,
Yeah.
you guys have
Yes,
any
yes.
questions, maybe you can
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
that
Anjana?
at that time. Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
Ah, yes. Anjana?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, anybody has any questions, you can ask questions now
Yeah.
till sir is back.
What's that?
Ma'am, the
Anjana?
first question is, what are the basic requirements to be an successful entrepreneur?
Okay, so you tell me what are the basic requirements. Now you've heard so much. Then let me correct you that this can be or
Leadership.
this cannot be. Very good. Leadership. What else?
Then
Just turned COVID positive in the last 3 days. Can you see the commitment? No matter I am sick or I am not, I am here. I'm here to inspire 90 people here, 90 students here who feel being here matters to them. Those people who are there for you, the commitment should be there. No matter it is one person or 100 people, I am going to be there. Right? That is my need. That is my need to help them to grow. My consistency, my persistency, the leadership comes next. Leadership is a skill to influence. Leadership is the skill to be able to put forward your thought and say, yes, how do I help this person? How do I influence this person to grow in his role? So all these things, communication, leadership, passion, risk taking, decision making, all these things are something that you are always going to learn, right? Always going to have. But how much of it are you going to persistently grow on? Today you are saying, I will be a leadership person. After 1 month, again, are you a leadership person? Or just because dad told me, no, you're not a leader. You are somebody who fails. You are somebody who's very weak. You cry for every small thing. Tomorrow, if you lose a lot of money, you'll fall. So will you cry again? There won't be anybody, only your motivation to lift you. Only maybe your mentor or your coach to lift you. Only maybe your teacher or your principal who believes in you, but not everybody else. Okay, trust in yourself, in your knowledge, in your expertise. And if you fail, have you seen Alibaba? Have you seen Alibaba CEO? Have you seen Simon Sinek? Have you seen these big things, the TEDx speakers? Do you think I would have never failed? Do you think I would have never failed? Oh my God, I would have failed umpteen number of times. But, and I hear this thing even today. I have two boys. I have my husband. I hear this today also. Why are you wasting your time? You've not had your lunch. Why do you want to go into a session? But it is important for me that I'm here because you matter to me. Because my passion of being an entrepreneur is much more higher, is much more hungry than probably the food I take. It is important that each one of you who's here, Venkatesh, Yabish, Anjana, Rohini, Hemalata, Rahul, Ragul, Swaminathan, Sunganatha, all these people become leaders. That is important for me. The food can come and go anytime, right? So that kind of passion should be there in each one of you. That kind of uh, what can I do for them to rise? That should be there in you. Other skills, decision making, yes, I don't know, I can learn. Leadership, yes, I don't know, I can learn. Communication, yes, I don't know, I can learn. Technology, yes, I don't know, I can learn. You can learn anything if you ask. You come, there are even senior citizens who have learned how to use Zoom yesterday from me without any money. But there are people who are running classes to even teach how to use Zoom or Google Meets, right? And they make money out of it. Now it is your choice. What do you really want to do? Are you there for serious empowerment? Are you there to become a serious leader? Are you there to give first before ask? Or you're just saying you're a leader? Right? So that clarity of thought should be there in your mind. Okay? Yes. Any other question? I hope I have made myself a little clear.
Yes, ma'am. The next question: how to choose a mentor for my entrepreneur journey?
Yeah, so like I said, choosing a mentor is both ways. For example, why would you want that person to be your mentor? There are certain qualities that you look in your mentor, right? If you are on a journey to become, say, okay, if I'm a journey to become a coach, I would look at all the people who I feel are like me and I want to become like them. Number one is mirroring. Okay, you start mirroring somebody, you look at somebody, you get very inspired. So write a list of all the people you get inspired from. Look up to them. Where are they on social media? What do they do? What are their areas? Where do they focus on? Can I do them? Am I somebody who would want to become something like that? You start mirroring them, you start looking up to them, you start following them, you start doing things what they do, you start creating their learnings. Now, can that person mentor me? Is the next question. Why do you want him to mentor you? Do you want to become exactly like him? I would say never become exactly like somebody else. You can only be yourself. Okay, I don't want to become a Tony Robbins. I don't want to become a Robin Sharma. But yes, when I started, I did want to become one of them. Today, I want to be only known as Miss Raina Khatri Tandon because Miss Raina Khatri Tandon can become much more powerful than anybody else because I totally trust in her growth. I feel that I want to be just myself. But when you start, there are certain things that you need to learn. So you need to be humble towards them. You need to be welcoming towards them. And everybody teaches you something. Even a person who sells a pen on the road, he will teach you how to do sales. Even a person who's actually selling an orange will tell you what is negotiation. Okay. You have to be open to understanding what is that I learned from that person. Right? So be open. And how do you pick your mentor? First, list down what are the qualities you look at the mentor. What kind of people do you like when you look at outside? Maybe even if it's an actor, a director, a music producer, a creative head, an intellectual person, a CEO of a company, a TEDx speaker, a trainer, coach, mentor, a doctor. What do you want to become, and who are the people that you mirror or you like to become? And third, probably what are the qualities that you look into them. And fourth, yes, you need to approach them. You need to tell them that you want to be mentored by them. And if they are ready to get mentored, yes, please go ahead and get mentored. But if they say no, then be prepared that you need to find another mentor who is someone like that. Because not everybody will tell you yes, and not every yes is supposed to be accepted, because I said as much as a mentor chooses you, you choose your mentor. Okay, so it is both ways. So be open to a yes or no. Don't worry about it should be like this only. That's not exactly the thing. It should be very open and welcoming, because you can only learn from somebody who's ready to give you. But if he's not ready to give you, then you cannot learn. Right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Can I start my entrepreneur journey with minimum capital or zero capital?
Yes, to learn, yes. There are people who are ready to teach free of cost if you are ready to learn. Not everything starts with money. But yes, there will be some kind of a gratitude. If you do anything for free, people, I see it two ways, okay? Some people don't appreciate what is given for free. Some people are very grateful. Yes, I cannot give money. What can you give? A lot of other things, your time, your gratitude, your skills. You can teach somebody else. If you give the commitment that as much as you are learning, you will go and teach somebody else. A lot of things. But not everything is measured with money. Over a period of time, you will learn how to earn that also. You can start entrepreneurship journey without money. But the only thing I would say, if you want to grow fast and high, then you'll have to see ways and means of also earning the money so that you can grow. For that, you should be ready for any opportunity. Not that, oh, I can't do this work is very small. Nothing is small. If I have to teach a student, that's not small. If I have to do free work, that's not small. Contributing in any person's life will turn back, and if that person becomes a big millionaire tomorrow, he would 100% come back and say, yes, Emmanuel was that person who taught me. Today it is time to give back. Kiana ma'am is the person who taught me. Today is the time to give back. So you may not give it today, but someday or the other you will be very happy that you were able to give back some kind of a guru dakshina to your teacher, right?
Ma'am, the next question. Which entrepreneur inspired you the most?
Hmm. Actually, I have so many people who have inspired me, because there's not one person, but I personally follow Simon Sinek a lot. I like his thoughts. You can look up for him, SIMON SINEC, because he speaks very. So one of my mentors, you already saw, Mr. Rahul. I have a mentor who helps me to keep me fit also. I have my son and my husband who are also my mentors, who are critics to me, who tell me what is right, what is wrong. I like to watch Simon Sinek. I do follow Robin Sharma or Brian Tracy or Tony Robbins. And there are various people in my life who have come and gone, okay, who have been maybe my coaches, my mentors, my gurus during some program. Or there are people who I come and listen to, even when I'm moderating or when I'm talking or when I'm international summits or conferences. I always see some learning in people. Even if they do something wrong, you should make a note. This is something I don't want to do. So you learn also what you shouldn't do from something, or what you don't prefer to do. Okay. So keep learning. If you listen to more people, only will you know that what you like, what you don't like, which guru to follow, which person you look at an inspiration. Every person is an inspiration. Priyanka Chopra is an inspiration. Jeffrey Archer is an inspiration. If you look like any Western person, any Indian person, I think Kiran Bedi is also an inspiration. A lot of people, Sudha Murthy ji is an inspiration. If you want to write some children's stories, it depends what area you're looking at for your inspiration and what you look up to them for. Okay, so is it for which field, and who do you want to become like? Yeah.
Ma'am, how to overcome fear while speaking in conferences?
Start small first. Start speaking in moderating the events at your college, then going ahead, doing some kind of an inspirational public speaking forum, learning how to lead other few people who have the fear. You can only break fear by doing it. Open a Zoom, start recording, start speaking, record, listen to what you're doing. Where is that you are faltering? Keep practice, keep practice, keep practice. Go on to Zoom, again record, again watch. Go on to Google Meet, again record, again watch. Again, watch other people. You can learn by watching, you can learn by seeing, you can watch by doing. You can learn in different ways and you can implement in different ways. We say we learn by different modes, VAKS, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and sensory. We learn even by feeling, we learn even by speaking, we learn even by learning, by reading. So you can learn in different ways. I always say, unless you don't practice, you will not master it. So give yourself some time to go on dance competitions, speaking competitions, public speaking competitions. You might lose once, lose second time, but you will win eventually. Then go in for talks, go in for summits, go in for conferences. I give a lot of my interns an opportunity to practice and then do on our forums. So we have a lot of speaking forums that are there online that we do on Facebook Live, Insta Lives, on inspirational people who come and talk. So I tell them practice with me and then do it. So those are opportunities that we are giving in our internship academy. So if you have any details or if you want to get in touch, then yes, you can always leave your CV on R2R intern 360 at gmail.com. So that is our intern academy mail. But otherwise, you can always follow me. I am there on all social media channels with Raina Khatri Tandon. And yes, that's our email address. I think I think he's not able to find connectivity, and so Mr. Rahul has not yet joined. But yes, we can probably end it with that. That you know, in case he is able to, then he would probably. I'll just probably call him and find out if there are any other queries. You can post it on the chat. Thank you very much. I think you guys have been amazing, amazing group. And I think
Yes, participants, any more queries? If you're having any more queries,
will luck also play a role in entrepreneurship? Nothing happens by luck. Everything happens by hard work. There is hard work, there is smart work, but there is nothing called luck. Yeah, you can get lucky only when you make some hard way. You need to understand where to connect what. No, nothing happens by luck. I don't believe in that word. There is nothing called luck. You make your luck. You need to work hard to make your luck. Yes, opportunities come. That's not called being lucky. I give opportunities to anybody, irrespective of caste, creed, trade, religion. Happen. And if you are having that capability, you will work to make it happen, or you will ask for it, or you will speak for it, or you will say, why is that I have not been selected, or how do I get myself selected? What are the different ways that I can work? And there are people who will give you answers. There are people who will not give you answers. They don't give you answers, go to the next person. Not everybody in the world is very open. Not everybody in the world wants you to grow. They can be your competitors, they can be your foe, they can be your disliking people. Leave them. It's okay. Go with the people who like you to grow. There are people who would love you to grow. Go and work with them. Go and grow with them. Yeah. Can silly ideas turn out to be a good one? Oh, all silly ideas will turn out to be a good one. Only thing you need to know how to implement that silly idea, because all silly ideas are creative ideas. Right? If you come and tell me in 1 year I want to make 1 lakh rupees, it's silly, but it's workable. You need to have a strategy to get that 1 lakh. If you don't know that strategy, you should have an idea. with that idea, somebody else can add more ideas and make it workable, right? But that's not silly. How do you know what idea is good? That you need to explore, that you need to find out, that you need to think. You can sit with many other heads. You have so many friends here. You don't have that, then probably get somebody who can talk to you. Sometimes your own family has a lot of ideas, but we feel, oh, it's so boring sitting with dad or with mom or with dada or for dadi or for grandpa or grandma. They're so boring. But sometimes, even in their gyan, you will find an idea. Give space to listen before speaking. Listen, listen, listen. Be patient. Something what you work on constantly will give some way. Everything doesn't happen overnight. It's not a dream come true that you sleep and you dream of something and tomorrow you become an entrepreneur. It is a journey. It can take one day, it can take 1 month, it can take 3 years or even 5 years. Some people are lucky, that you call lucky, is because they are constantly breaking their head working on what can be done. They are finding ways, they are connecting to groups. There are so many groups. There's Rotary, Rotrack, Toastmasters. There is so many groups, group forums, community groups, social media. You use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but you don't want to go onto Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and connect onto channels where there are growth happening, where learning is happening, where sessions are happening, where webinars are happening. Go for all the free webinars and see what's happening. How are they successful? What are they doing? What is the pattern? It will be a repeated pattern that people are doing. You need to follow that. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to think, how does it happen? Right? Someday you will break that pattern. You will know. You will come and tell me, ma'am, you were right. I found that. And if you don't find it, come and ask me. Surely we can find some way. Don't reinvent the wheel if you can't reinvent it. Follow the wheel which is already being created, right? We follow the same pattern what our elders are doing because they have already worked on it for years together and today we are successful. Sometimes you have to trust them. They have the process. Trust the process. It is slow, but it is fruitful. Right? Thank you. I think I have probably kind of taken all the questions. Thank you so much for being so kind and patient to listen to me. And I hope I have kind of given you your answers. If you have any more answers, please do get in touch with us. It was more than a pleasure and honor to be with you.
Thank you, Reena. Thank you, Reena ma'am. It's a very inspiring and informative session. Personally,
Thank you, ma'am.
usually I love your sessions, ma'am. And thank you that you are, and our students are very blessed to hear your session also here with us. So I'm very much thankful to you, ma'am, Reena ma'am, and also convey my thanks to sir also.
I will tell Rahul sir
in
as well. Unfortunately, at least we are grateful that he could connect so much. Otherwise,
Yes,
I was also hoping that
definitely.
it is difficult for him to connect from that zone. But
Yes, ma'am.
yes, thank you for having him here. And I'm really humbled that we could do a great
Yes, ma'am.
justice to all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so much, Denisha and
Denisha?
Anjana. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Denisha,
Thank
over.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Denisha?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir and ma'am, for the wonderful session. And now it's time to express our gratitude on behalf of Department of Electronic and Communication Engineering, St. Joseph Institute of Technology, St. Joseph Group of Institution, and the entire fraternity of the institution. First of all, I extend our most sincere thanks to the Almighty for making today's event a resounding success. I extend a hearty thanks to Mrs. Raina Katri-Tantan and Mr. Rahul Raj for his stupendous speech on mentoring students innovator. I once again thank you for sparing time from your busiest schedule to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir and ma'am. I also thank our head of department, Dr. C. Nyana Kausalya ma'am, staff and students affair, Dr. G. Rohini ma'am, lab affair, and all the other faculties for organizing this event successfully. Last but never the least, I thank all the students for their active participation. Kindly fill the feedback form. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Please stay safe
Thank
and
you,
stay
ma'am.
indoors.